And welcome to episode 33 of the This and That Gaming podcast. My name's Dave, and with me are my two good friends. Mr. Darren Dasborg, how are you today?
I'm good.
Good, man. What's been up this week? What have you been up to?
School, lots of school. I'm playing video
Cool,
games
man.
this week too, so that was good. It feels like it's came quick.
It has gone really quick the last couple of
Yeah.
weeks. Oh,
So,
nice,
no, I
man.
can't complain yourself.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy. I've actually had this week off, so I got to play some games,
Oh,
which
lovely. No wonder you look nice and refreshed.
was good. And of course,
Good.
we can't forget the fantabulous. I don't even know if that's a word. Mr. Mark Cassar, how are you going today?
Good, Dave. Good. I'm not lucky enough to have the week off like you, but can't win them all.
No, I guess not. All right, well, let's kick off things as we always do and start with what we've been playing.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
And I think today we're going to start with Mr. Marku. What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? I've actually been playing a bit this the past couple of weeks. Been messing around with a bit of emulation as always. Been setting up RetroArch on my system.
Oh, nice. On what? On PC?
On my PC, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've just always tried to keep away from it, but there was something that I was trying to set up and it was being a massive headache. So I've been playing around with that and that works really well. So that's been a bit of fun, just getting all that kind of stuff and messing around with like scrapers to get cover art and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's been cool. Besides that, playing the usual Animal Crossing, the new fall update just dropped a couple of days ago. So it's adding all the fun little Halloween stuff here and there. So been messing around with that. There's also been a new free-to-play MMO that just came out a couple of days ago called Genshin Impact, which is by a Chinese company. I forget their name, but it's very much, if you were to look at it on the surface, it looks very much like Breath of the Wild, but with
Wow.
anime waifus instead. That's been quite good. And it's come out on PC. So I've been playing it on PC, but it's out on PS4 and it's also actually on mobile as well. And it is cross-play between, I think it's cross-play between all three, but you can transfer your progress between PC and mobile, but not PS4 and mobile. So you can kind of pick up and carry on when you're on the move. It's really been good so far. The main, I guess, gimmick for the game is that you can switch between party members on the fly.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so that brings a bit of fun to it, and like each has different elements. So like one controls fire, one is ice, wind, etc. So you kind of want to like combo your attacks between the different party members. So that makes it pretty interesting.
Is the switching instantaneous or is there a delay?
No, it's instantaneous. So you basically
nice.
you press a direction on the D-pad, and it'll switch between each party member. But because obviously it's free to play, so there is there are microtransactions and all that kind of stuff. Like the main I guess the main draw for it is like it's a gacha game, so you'll build up currency and then you'll spin the lever and you might get weapons, you might get new characters and stuff like that. But I mean, so far, touch wood, I mean, I imagine they'll probably screw it up in the future as the free to play game.
Yeah.
It's pretty balanced in that you can get by without spending a cent. But people will still spend money because they want the best characters or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's been pretty fun. And the last game that I've been playing, it just came out yesterday, was that Super Mario Brothers 35, the Battle Royale game. Jeez, I decided to download it, and I thought I'll play it for a few minutes, and I'll give it I'll go to bed, and like 3 or 4 hours later,
Oh,
I was
shit.
still, I was still going at it. So it's super fun, super addictive. It's like if you played the Tetris one,
Mhm.
it's made by the same people. So you kind of know what to expect. Like once you're done, you're out, you can just like back out, go straight into a game. So it's really, really snappy. So
Oh,
you're pretty
nice.
much constantly playing. So the downtime's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
minimal. So yeah, that makes it really, really fun. And fun fact about that game that I found out is it's made by the same people that made and Darren, this will interest you, Street Fighter EX and
Ooh.
Fighting Instinct. What is it? Fighting EX Layer.
Oh,
Same
wow,
guy.
really? Oh,
Same guy.
jeez.
And it's funny, like I looked them up yesterday, and they've made a ton of games, like for the DS, and they've made a couple of Tetris games for the
Mhm.
arcade, things like that. So,
Okay.
yeah, bit of interest there. But yeah, that's been. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Those have been the three main things that I've been playing. So, I think yeah, once we're done with the podcast, I'm gonna go back to Mario Brothers
Oh, I'll
because
give it a go, I think, after
hell of
the
fun, man.
podcast. Yeah.
It's really cool.
Cool.
And that's free to play if you've got a sub, right?
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And is it limited time, or are they going to always keep it on?
This when they announced, they said it was only going to be around until April, I think. It'll be a shame if they get rid of it
Yeah.
because it's just stupid fun for what it is.
It doesn't make any sense to get rid of it. It's like if it's
They'll probably make money on it later. They had some super
Yep.
duper version. So this is
Yeah,
what it
could.
is. Now you got this.
Yeah, exactly.
They did that with
Like,
Tetris.
Yeah.
spot on. But the man, like heaps of people playing, and yeah, you don't wait long for a game at all.
Nice.
Cool.
Daz,
Yeah.
what about yourself? What have you been playing?
Been playing, like I said. Firstly, hey Matt, Geezer Games, how you doing? He says,
Hello,
hey
hello.
guys. Thanks for joining us. Mate, I haven't been as busy as Mark. Look how much money Mark's made.
He's full of gold today.
Far out.
You know what I thought of when I saw that
Yeah.
background? It's like a treasure chest background.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
of DuckTales
That's what I
when
thought of, yeah.
Scrooge dives into his coins.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But I'll
Yeah.
explain why in a bit.
Okay, fair enough. Games, what have I been playing? I went out on a whim and I bought this, right? Well, for the listeners that are listening on the podcast, it's a Chun-Li control holder thing, right?
Oh yeah.
And it came in at about $48. Now, when you're on Oz Game Store, if you spend 50 plus, you get free shipping. So I thought, oh, all right, I'd rather buy something than give them my money, extra $2 or whatever. So what I do, I bought a $40 game.
Sound investment there.
Of course, yeah. It's a game called Last Fight on the Nintendo Switch, and I thought, okay, it looks interesting. I watched some videos, much like Power Stone. Mark, you able to bring up a video on that one? Well, Mark will think. Well, actually, I'll have to explain it for our listeners on the podcast. It's a lot like Power Stone, and it reminds me a bit of Let me just bring that up. Also reminds me a little bit of what's it called? It's not Primal Rage. Oh, what was that? What was that game again? That fighter, 3D fighter. And you change into a monster. I can't remember what it's called now. Wow.
Sorry,
Bloody
I've got
Raw.
no idea.
Bloody Raw. Probably Bloody Raw as
Raw.
well.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, this game, it was so fun. I have not got an offer since it's arrived. It looks really crazy. It's a French game, I'm assuming, because the character's talking French. It's when the intro starts and stuff. It's a very, very odd game. Like Power Stone, you know how you pick up the stones and you become like an ultimate, like a. Would you knock my mic? You get like a superpower.
Yeah,
Well, you can pick up like three items. They're like the stones, but one stage of there 3 cogs and three hearts, and if you get all 3, you become like this super duper monster. But yeah, it's interactive scenery there. Like I said, it doesn't look the greatest, but it plays really well. The AI can be really cheap sometimes, which is frustrating. But geez, it's so much fun.
Is it just 1-on-1, or can you do like 4-player in it? Do you
You
know?
do 4 players, so
Nice.
once everything goes back to normal, and we can hook up at my house. We're playing
Yeah.
this. We're gonna play it because it's great. Shame there's no online play. It's
Yeah.
missed opportunity because it is a lot of fun. It's great, and like Mark said, it's a forgotten game, isn't it? Like no one reviewed it.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Like trying to find videos for it
Yeah.
was tough. So yeah.
And it was like
Uh,
two
w-
Metacritic.
I was gonna say we looked it up and it was like two reviews
Well, they
on
were good.
Metacritic.
They were good. They were good reviews. They weren't the best, but mate, for what, 40 something bucks, I think it's great. I don't know how much it is on the eShop, but geez, it's fun. I mean, if you're happy to spend a few bucks, like $20 or so, and you want something to fill the time for a few hours, it's well worth it. I reckon, Dave, I reckon it'll be good for you with you and the boys. I reckon you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, it definitely looks like something where 4-player would be even more fun.
It's a
than
lot of
just
fun.
2. Yeah.
And there's no like special moves or anything. It's just a punch, jump, and there is a special move, but you press that one button. It's like you activate like a super move. So you don't have to do like down, forward, punch or anything like that.
So is there any unlockables, or are all the characters available from the get-go?
Sorry, what was that?
Is there any unlockables, or are all the characters available straight away?
I don't know because I went straight into the story mode.
Okay.
So like what's showing there now on the screen, that's the versus mode. So as far as I know, well, maybe they're all there straight away. So, which is kind of, it's on PC.
Yeah, it's on PC too.
Oh wow, okay. What would be
Cool.
Oh, I wonder if we can do multiplayer on that via Steam, Mark. That might be well.
You could
worth...
probably do remote
know.
play.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I thought it was only a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Well, there you go. Learn something new every day. But anyway, I can't recommend this game enough. I think it's absolutely amazing. I love it. It's so much fun. It's not, like I said, it's not a super duper expensive game, and it shows it. You can tell it's not next gen. It doesn't look next gen at all. This looks like something that would have been able to be done on the 360 or PS3 easy.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's fun. The playability's there, and it doesn't feel broken or anything. It's great. What else did I play? I was playing something else, and I can't remember what it was. I was playing Game Ground as well. That's right, for Okay Perfect Podcast. Man, I forgot how hard it gets, that game. But there was another game that I've been playing, and I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. But that seemed to steal my thunder. Oh, that's right. Another game, C64 game called Zeta Wing, which we'll talk about in the retro section later. That's
nice.
Me. What about you, Dave?
Me. What have I been playing? I played quite a bit of a Stalker mod. So Stalker, the series that came out a few years back, there was a big mod made for it called Lost Alpha. So I was playing that, and it's pretty good. But Stalker always had a lot of issues with just a not the best interface, and it would crash quite a bit as well. And I did experience that a little when playing it, even this mod. So that was a bit disappointing. But now that I've got a 4K monitor, it looks actually really good in 4K. Just going through the forests and scavenging for new weapons and upgrades. So that was quite a bit of fun. If you do want to check it out, just Google Stalker Lost Alpha. It's quite a big mod. I think it was, 8 or 9 gig to download. Okay. Aside from that, there was a couple of Tetris games released on the Amstrad, and I tried one of them out. It's called Tetris, and it's by Crazy Perry or someone like that. It's free to download, and it's very much like the original Game Boy Tetris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's 4 different soundtracks you can listen to. It's in color, not in green screen. And yeah, it's Tetris. So I guess if you like Tetris.
Did Mark find that one for you? after he played
He
it?
did.
Yeah, I thought
He
so.
actually he called me up. He was that excited to tell me that he found an Amstrad exclusive for me, and I was very pleased. So thank you, Mark, for
It looks
that.
like it's made him fall asleep. So
Yeah, I think it has.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm just reading the. I'm looking at the YouTube chat. Sorry, Dave.
No, that's all
Amstrad,
right.
man, come on.
I know that YouTube. Sorry, David. YouTube chat's going very strange. They're talking about my voice and how it's relaxing. I don't get it.
It is quite
It's
soothing.
so soothing.
Maybe you should do some of that. What is it? The AS? Is it the ASMR or whatever? You know,
ASMR,
yeah. just hum out some tunes.
Yeah, that's getting weird.
Oh
Go,
dear.
go, please.
Yeah. So Tetris, cool, usual
Yep.
Tetris stuff. There's a game on Steam and Game Pass called Star Renegade. It
Okay.
is a strategy RPG. It's quite good. The combat is really interesting. So what happens is you and your teammates, there's like it's been done in a few games before. There's like a slider, and you know what your enemy's attack is going to be, so you can then counter with an appropriate attack to get your hit in first. And if you and your teammates get enough of those hits in, you can actually push the enemy out of attacking altogether. It's a really nice combat system, and it works really well. And then obviously there's counters and there's weaknesses and strengths and stuff like that. And in between the fighting, there is a map that you sort of traverse around, but there's a lot of events that are time limited, so you don't always necessarily get to do all of them. So you've got to be really strategic about the paths you take around the map to get, I guess, the optimal route. It's a bit too much thinking for my liking, but if you're into strategy RPGs with a really nice combat system, check out Star Renegade. It's a sort of 16-bit pixel graphics as well.
Okay.
Looks quite pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried it out, Mark, or did you
No,
just see a video of it?
I downloaded it. I just haven't had a chance to try it out yet. But no, it looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, look, it holds your hand really nicely at the start, so you'll definitely get a feel and pick the game up pretty easily, but it does tend to get quite complicated later on, and I sort of kind of lost interest a bit then. And the last game, which I've been playing way too much of, is No Man's Sky. They released the Origin update. I think it was last week. Now their updates are massive. This one is huge. It's literally like if you go to the No Man's Sky website, it scrolls for about 10 screens worth of information about what they've added in this update. It's like an entirely new game almost. So I started a fresh character, and it guides you through a lot of the activities, and it's super super duper fun. So I think now that I've played it quite a bit, I'm able to sort of progress a lot quicker than I did in the past, and I think the game's a little bit easier too. So I've probably put in, say, 16 hours on this save, and I've probably achieved what I had, in 40 hours on a previous save. So it's a lot more friendly now, a lot more casual. The combat seemed easier, and you can now have 6. So you can have 6 ships and 3 multi-weapons, so you can switch between them, and that's really cool as well. You've got all the other stuff, derelicts, freighters. You've got the mech that you can command on the planets. They've added so much stuff; it just never seems to end. If this game had came out in the form it is now, it would have not only been Game of the Year, but possibly Game of the Decade. It is that good what they've done with that game now. Yeah,
wow.
it's fantastic. Seriously, if you played it now, Daz, you would not recognize it compared to how it was.
Would I be lost?
Nah, not at all. It's easier now to pick up.
Oh,
and the planets have been improved. There's even more variety. Like there's giant sandworms that appear on some planets. I was on one planet and there was like these floating blobs creatures that were just floating in space. Just retarded. There was another one where fish would jump out of the water and be propelled with this blue stream of gas behind them.
Okay.
really, really varied environments.
Okay.
It really does make you feel like you're traveling to other planets.
Okay.
So
I should. I've got Game Pass now. I might as well use it.
yeah, you should give it a
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
It's so much fun. Love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic game.
Geezer Game says, have you tried out Spelunky 2? Just released.
Yes.
It's my new poison. I haven't, not the sequel. No.
Yeah, no, I haven't tried it out yet. The first one was spectacular, and this one's meant to be even better. So
Okay.
it'll be definitely something I'll check out very soon.
Cool. Is that on Game Pass or anything?
No, I think it'll be just on the usual Steam and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but well worth it. Those games are just super addictive. People are always trying to do the daily
Jones.
challenges
Is
and
it like
just get
Indiana
through it.
Jonesy? Yeah, it's like Indiana Jones, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just it's a precision platformer as well as a
Okay.
roguelike. So
Cool.
yeah, really good game.
RT My D2 says the only strategy RPG I like is the mech one on PS1, Front Mission 3. That was good. Yeah, that was good.
I've never played that. Oh, there you go. Cool.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Xenogears. Which I liked. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
So
we're
the
done.
News. We're going to the news.
Let's go to the news.
And I don't have the intro yet. I forgot to put it in, so we're gonna
maybe you could hum us
sound.
something, Daz.
I've got it right here.
Alrighty, and we start off with the biggest news, I think, from the last couple of weeks. Microsoft has purchased ZeniMax Media for $7.5 billion. So, for
you sure
anyone who
Mark
doesn't
didn't
know
buy
what
it?
ZeniMax
You sure
Media
Mark-
is,
You sure Mark didn't buy it? With
He
all
did.
That money?
that's the gold behind him is the leftover.
Yeah.
Cash.
Yeah,
Cash,
exactly.
all hard cash.
So ZeniMax Media is they have a group of different gaming companies underneath them, including, of course, Bethesda. So now, essentially, Microsoft have Bethesda, they've got ID Software, and a bunch of other smaller gaming studios as well. I think Arcane, there was a couple others. So that includes games like, obviously, the Elder Scrolls series, Fallout series, Doom, Wolfenstein, Dishonored, and a bunch of others as well. It's a massive boon for Microsoft. Think of this.
They're
Daz,
gonna buy everything.
it's madness.
It is madness.
It's madness.
There you go. Mark, what about yourself? Were you shocked to hear this? It came out of the blue, to be honest.
Yeah, of all the companies for them to buy, I don't think I would have ever expected. I don't think anyone would have expected anyone to buy ZeniMax.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's akin to Disney buying Fox, basically.
Oh wow, really?
Oh, they're both huge companies, man.
Yeah.
And basically one's just
Swallowed
gobbled
the
up the other.
Well, Gears of Game says, well, ZeniMax can't get much worse. Maybe MS can make things better.
That's true. Yeah, maybe they can afford a new engine now.
Yes. They're apparently working on one, but they always say that and it ends up looking the same. So we'll have to wait and see. It is massive news. Obviously, it's a strategic move to have more games available on Game Pass, and I guess potentially have more exclusives for the Microsoft platform. Do we think they're going to hold off? Like they're going to potentially block, stop Elder Scrolls from being on PS5? The next Elder Scrolls 6, do we think that will come to PS5 or not?
I doubt it, but he's really PS5 owners really going to worry about it?
Well, it's a big game. I
Of
mean, it probably
course.
won't impact a
Yeah,
lot of people on the PS5, but there will be some that will be pissed that's not
Yeah.
on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
won't. So.
sure. Oh, we
That's
don't
what
because
matters.
we don't play those games
Yeah.
though. But yeah, I mean, Skyrim is huge. So the next Elder Scrolls game, yeah. I don't know. You on one thing, what's the point of buying a studio like this if you're not going to keep them from exclusives? But then is it worth keeping exclusive if you miss out on all that revenue?
Exactly.
Mm.
You know?
I think a more smarter move is just to offer a few extra bonuses. So if you're
Yeah.
on Game Pass, you might get some added DLC or some extra, levels or whatever it might be that the game has, just so you feel like you get a value add for being a Microsoft customer.
I think
And then they
Microsoft
still-
need to hire you for marketing. It's true though.
But that's the way I would do it, rather than just because you piss people off as well. That way you keep a good rapport with everyone.
Yeah.
But you're giving value to, I guess, your loyal customers. And obviously, as a result of this, Doom Eternal will be on Game Pass coming next week, I think it is, or October 10,
that's
around
sick.
then.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Let's see.
the actual...
Sorry, Game
Yeah.
of Gears says,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe make the games actually work and not being capitalist ass hats.
Let's see how many bugs Elder
Sure.
Scrolls 6 has.
I must be missing out on things. I don't know what he's on about. Obviously, you guys know what he's talking about, so I don't know.
More so about Fallout.
Okay.
Like the Fallout games tend to be quite buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know
not so
bother
much like-
Dave though. David loves Fallout.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still love them, but they're buggy as hell.
Yeah.
Like Fallout 4 was tremendously buggy. 76 was even worse, and had Jack All when it came out. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's a huge acquisition, I think, for Microsoft, and probably with their consumer base, it ties in really well, I think. So
Yeah, it's true too.
it's a big bonus for them. The actual deal won't be signed till sort of mid 2021. So there was a couple of games that are actually exclusive to PS5 that are still going to be exclusive to PS5, even though in theory Microsoft will own that studio come next year. So that's quite interesting. I can't remember what the two titles were, but there was two titles in particular.
We spoke about one the last episode.
Starts with D, I think one of them were.
Yeah, the spy one. I can't even remember.
Oh, that's right, Deathloop. Was it Deathloop?
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Staying on the Microsoft news for the time being, xCloud has been confirmed to be coming to Australia in 2021, early 2021.
Cool.
They are apparently doing tests with their Australian cohorts right now. So that's exciting news. It will be interesting to see how the latency is and how well it works on our infrastructure. Is anyone really keen to try this out? I mean, since we've got PCs and we can download the games rather than stream them, what are your thoughts?
If it's part of Game Pass or something, yeah, but I'm not going to pay extra.
Yeah, it will be part of Ultimate.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Well then, yeah, well, not going to hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, I think kind of the remote working at the moment puts a bit of a dampener on it. If I was commuting to work,
Yeah.
potentially it might be an option then, but then you need the bandwidth on your phone.
Your phone, yeah.
And we had some early reports. I think this was actually, even though it's up on Eurogamer, it was reported by Digital Foundry that they got an Xbox Series X, a machine early. It's a final prototype, but from what they said, it's pretty much the same as what the final product will be. And they tried quite a few backwards compatible games that haven't been optimized. They've just been thrown onto the Series X. And the results were really, really encouraging. Off the top of my head, I think Dead or Alive 6 was one of the ones they saw a massive improvement in.
They thought, what's it called? The Assassin one.
Hitman.
They did well. Yeah.
Yeah. They had a little slideshow on this news article that had like 6 or 7 different games included, like the usual Tomb Raider, Hitman. I can't remember what the other titles were, but pretty much all of them were running at 60 FPS locked on with the Series X, which was really good. So a lot of those games that were kind of running only at 30 or 40 FPS on the One X now have had a big boost.
Yeah.
And some of that comes from obviously the graphical power of the Series X, but also the CPU improvements. So CPU was becoming a bit of a bottleneck for the One series because it's quite an old CPU. Now that we've got a brand new CPU that's a lot more powerful, that is definitely helping some of these games to live up to their potential.
Yeah.
So
I watched the video on the Series S backwards
Mm.
compatibility.
Yep.
It wasn't too good at all. It was not really that good at all.
Ah, interesting. What did
yeah.
they say there, Daz?
I should have linked the video. I didn't. It was just some guy. I don't know if he got his hands on it, but
Yep.
yeah, no, it struggled to do a lot of what the One X would do, pretty much. It was
Interesting.
struggling. It was struggling.
Mm. Yeah, it still seems weird how, like, I've seen a few videos where they've said, it's not going to be too much of an issue because the architecture is newer, the CPU is more powerful.
It was
Oh.
the RAM. It was got to do with the RAM. That's what they were saying was their screw up.
Yeah, and there's definitely less RAM available on the Series S.
Yeah. So yeah, they were saying that if the Series S is going to do backwards compatibility, it's going to do it in line with the original Xbox One.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the One S rather than the One X.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So look, I mean, that's another reason I think to really just throw money at the Series X instead.
Yeah,
Because you automatically get a big boost to your old catalog of games rather than a very minor boost if you get a Series S.
Nice one.
And we finally got some pricing on the expansions. The expansion card for the Xbox. Australian retail price will be $359. I think, what does that equate to in US? Is it 229 US? I think.
Yeah, something like that.
lines.
Yeah, because they're going crazy there about it too. But isn't it PS5 as well? We got the price for that too, didn't we?
No.
I thought we did. I thought it was like 380 or something.
Oh, okay. I have not seen anything on it. That's what I wanted to ask you guys.
Okay.
I don't think they've announced an official
Oh,
one.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
supposedly I thought it was going to be more than the Xbox One. Okay.
No.
Well,
know
the
where I read
interesting thing with this is obviously with Microsoft, you're stuck getting this particular model. They don't allow you to add any other NVMe drives as expansions to your Series X or Series S. So you're stuck paying $359. But at the moment, we don't know what's the alternative for the PS5, which is really frustrating because if you buy a PS5 and you fill that thing up, you may not have an option to actually get any more storage. We do know, the only thing we know is that they have to be approved by Sony as being fast enough to, produce the same sort of throughput as their internal SSD, which is really, really quick. And there's not many drives out there that can do that. So realistically, if they do offer something, it's going to be in the same price range anyway.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you can easily just buy a normal SSD drive or something like an external drive to run your Xbox One games.
Yes, you can.
So, and then you save your internal stuff for the One X stuff.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people will be doing that.
Like, imagine buying the Series S and then buying this hard drive. You might as well get the freaking One X. It's a bit steep.
It is a bit steep. It's almost as much as a console, but in one way, both the approach that Microsoft and Sony have taken is good because by the end of the console life, the tech is so far behind, it always seems to be holding games back.
Yeah.
Whereas in this case, these drives are not going to really be holding games back for quite a few years to come because they are really quick.
They're future-proofing. Yeah.
They're future-proofing. That's right. So I'd rather it be expensive now, and then in 2 or 3 years' time, if I want to buy one, hopefully I can get it for $199. You know what I mean?
I really want to get it for
$27.
Yeah. $27 would be perfect.
27.
At least it didn't take me 20 seconds to do it this time.
No, we were in a whole
27.
half an hour.
Yeah,
It's probably 27 minutes that it's taken you.
that's right.
So yeah, this is why I'm raiding Scrooge McDuck's vault at the moment because I'm going to need all this fucking money to be able to afford next gen, man. Because Jesus Christ, it's getting expensive.
Yeah.
You start putting everything together. So you buy your PS5, your expansion, all the accessories, the VR, a 4K TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like between stuff like this and the games itself.
So you're gonna buy me one too then for all that money? Buy me two?
Yeah, no worries. I'll buy
Thanks.
5.
Oh,
Don't worry.
5.
One-
Oh, how
no,
good's
no,
that?
7. 7. One for every day of the week.
Yeah.
So this is your Monday card, and you can put,
Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesday. All good, man.
Thanks.
Don't worry, I gotcha.
Like Giza Games says, not going near next gen consoles. Rather buy a new GPU. Then maybe Premiere might finally start working the way it should. Okay. Yeah.
Smart.
Yes. Well, there's
I
a,
wish
there's
I
a
wish
lot
I
of.
was that smart, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think we wish we were all that smart. Actually, last time we talked about, because the PlayStation had gone on sale, the PS5, and Mark had picked one up. But since our last podcast, the Xbox went on sale, and that was equally a calamity in trying to get an actual machine
What a pain in
secured.
the ass.
Crikey. Daz, you managed to get one in the end.
Yeah, Matt Corley helped me out on that one.
No, good on you, Matt.
Nah, he's a good sport, man. I thank him a lot for it. It was just insane. I think it was like, it looked like they had credit card processing. Because once Matt put in, he tried Zip Pay, it went in like that.
Yeah, there you
he
go.
got it. So, yeah, so if I knew earlier, I would have just made up a new account on Zip Pay and just did it. Like, it's a shame because I would have did Afterpay or PayPal, but that option wasn't there.
No,
is
initially
strange.
PayPal was there and it disappeared after like 5 seconds. So I think they were having issues with some of their payment options. And I was
Yeah.
trying credit card constantly and it didn't go through.
45 minutes I tried the
Yeah.
first time. Sorry, nearly an hour the first time. And then the second lot, it was like 45 minutes. And then Matt got it for me.
Yeah. And then I managed to secure one
Yeah.
in the third allotment, which God knows, it's probably going to arrive at New Year's or
Yeah.
next year. I don't know. But oh, well, something to look forward to, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll move. Any more news around Xbox before we move on?
No.
No. All
Let's
right.
go to the next segment.
We
Let's
were
hear, Mark.
desperately, actually, no, seriously, we were desperately trying to find more Sony news. But there has just not been a lot revealed aside from them talking about games, which is great, and the price of games.
Mhm.
There hasn't really been much else from the Sony camp.
Well, it looks like
the-
Sony doesn't want to give us the info that we.
I was going to say the
What?
one bloody article and it's not working.
The only article really that we had was that they confirmed the PlayStation 5 would not be backwards compatible
Yeah.
with the PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. We had suspected this.
Oh, there we go.
Either,
No, it's
you
just
know,
a-
regardless, it's still very disappointing. Mark, did you want to comment on this at all?
Look, I can understand PS1, PS2. I can even understand disc-based games for PS3, but I wish they would make the digital games for that available.
Yeah.
Because I've probably more so on Xbox Live, and we're going to be able to play those. But on PS3, I still had quite a few digital titles, and it would be nice to have those available
Yeah.
again, because especially like with the PS3, like trying to hook that up, especially if you want to like stream and things like that, that console does not play nice with capture equipment, and like I'm running out of room, you know, like so
Yeah.
I want to be able to put these things away now, and so it's disappointing, but like I'm not surprised, but at least PS4 games, fingers crossed, the majority will be backwards compatible. So
And we still don't know exactly. Like one story said, 99% were going to be
9%,
backwards compatible.
Yeah.
We still don't have proper confirmation. I think the disadvantage of there not being PS3 on there is you could have had some optimizations to make them look prettier and stabilize frame rates. And you don't get that now, which is a bit disappointing. But obviously the architecture of the PS3 was very different.
And that's the thing, like hopefully then the PS5 does what the Series X is going to do, and will boost frame rates and things like that. And we don't have to hold out for that bloody Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Where we can finally play it at 60 frames. But
That's right. You can actually have it at 4K aliased, anti-aliased properly, so there's not jaggies
I don't
everywhere.
even care if it's 4K. I'll be honest with you. Even if it's 1080p, that's fine. As long as it's a stable frame rate. That's all I'm chasing at the moment. Just some information would be nice. Sony have been just so tight-lipped.
Mm.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's Sony at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It is crickets.
Yeah.
And look, we're about a month and a bit away from
Yeah,
release, so it's not that long to go.
no.
Obviously, both consoles have sold really, really well in pre-orders, and the bots
Mm.
have been going mental, eBaying them left, right,
Yeah.
and center. Did we have this? I can't even remember now. Back in the Xbox One, PS4 release, was it this bad to try to get a console? Do you remember? I don't think it was.
I don't remember it being this bad.
I pre-ordered the PS4. I don't think I got it on launch, but I got it pretty close, maybe about a month or maybe even a couple of weeks after.
Mm.
I don't remember it being as feverish as it has been this time around, but I don't know if it's the hype or if it's the pandemic, people being in lockdown, so they're just looking for things to do or what. But
It could be a combination of things, and we don't know how the supply is. So even though they
Mm.
might say that we're trying to ship 5 million units or whatever it is, maybe they're having difficulties securing that many.
Exactly too, and I think that's probably adding to it as well. That with all the stories that they're not going to be able to meet production and things like that, people are just like, I got to get in now. I got to get in now because I don't know when I'm going to be able to get it. Yeah, it's bizarre. It's bizarre.
Because
I was going to say, but in the end, the three of us all got caught up in it as well. So
it does seem that way though. Like if you haven't pre-ordered, you're not going to see it before Christmas, which is a big loss, I think, for a lot of people, because Christmas is such a a key time to sell these consoles and the games.
Exactly.
Some exciting news, Mr. Marku. A new game company, Dreamhaven, has been announced. Can you tell us why Dreamhaven is exciting?
The name right here, right at the very top, Mr. Mike Morhaime. If you've been a fan of Blizzard, you'll know that name synonymously. He was one of the co-founders of the company, but he left Blizzard last year. There were rumors that he might start something new. Other people thought he might just, ride off into the sunset with his millions of dollars, but no, he started a new company called Dreamhaven. What's really exciting though is that he's actually got a lot of people from Blizzard coming over with him as well. So why does it make Dave and I excited? Because hopefully this will be Blizzard 2.0 without the poisonous Activision being there to fuck things up. Pardon my language.
Monetize the hell out of everything and all the rest of it.
Exactly. So I know he's got. So
there's 2 studios, I think.
Yeah, a couple of studios, Moonshot Games, which is one. So led by Jason Chase, Dustin Browder, and Ben Thompson. So Jason was he led the Hearthstone team.
Oh yeah.
Browder worked on StarCraft, Heroes of the Storm, Command and Conquer.
Wow.
So I mean, it's like they're getting the best. They've managed to grab the best of the best. And the other one is Secret Door. Again, these guys have worked on Hearthstone, StarCraft, Heroes of the Storm. Lead producer of the original Warcraft 3. Like, what more can you want? So, fingers crossed we might get some new RTSs. I'm just really, really excited. I hope. I don't want them to do an MMO. Please don't do an MMO.
Nah.
But bring back the RTSs. Bring back the story-driven games like Blizzard were known for.
I'd love to see an RTS hybrid, like almost reimagining the RTS to be a bit more, and a bit more up with the times, so to speak. But I think they could tackle and do something like that. And it's interesting because the news you posted today, which we don't have an article for, but World of Warcraft's latest expansion has been delayed without a actual new date. So it was meant to come out October 26 or 27, and it's now been pushed back.
And it's bizarre because they only just recently announced the release date. They're still, I think they're still in beta at the moment.
Yes.
And yeah, it was meant to come out towards the end of the month, and now it's been delayed. They haven't given a new date. They said it's still coming this year, but
so not happy times over at Blizzard Activision.
I've had a really crap couple of years.
Yeah, and I've been sort of following a little bit of Shadowlands, and there's definitely people who aren't happy with the balance and the classes at the moment, but at the same time, there's always people who are not happy with the direction that's being taken. It is a big change. This is going to have that streamlined leveling experience. The pre-patch is still going to happen October 13, so I reckon that's going to probably run 4 to 6 weeks. So it'll probably be late November before they release. And the thing then is that's like a key time. Like, Cyberpunk will be out, a whole bunch of other stuff will be out. Not the best time for them to be dropping an expansion. They're better off doing it in like August when it's much quieter.
They're coming off the back of what a lot of people have considered to be like one of the worst expansions ever as well. So they need to get this right. If that means delaying it, then yeah, maybe it's a good call. But,
Yep. This was a story I just came across today, actually. So the Good Old Games Galaxy client, they're actually going to start selling Epic games on the Galaxy client. So in addition to in addition to selling the normal GOG games, you'll be able to buy Epic games through the client as well. So I think this is just part of their strategy of making that client a one-stop shop for all your different PC, what do you call them? PC loaders. So whether it's, because I use it actually at the moment, you can have Steam.
Does it do stream as well? The Steam does it as well.
Yeah, like all your games. So you can see your Game Pass games in there, your Steam games, Epic games, obviously GOG games. You can see stuff from PlayStation as well, but you can't actually launch them, obviously. So yeah, and they'll get a cut too. So if you buy a game from the Epic Game Store through GOG, they will get a cut of the profits. So that's interesting. I think the other thing with GOG is it's always been challenging for them to have enough of the newer games that draw people in to actually using their client. So I think this is a strategy for them to get some of that. There you go. And more sort of this was a bit out of nowhere as well. Amazon will be launching a cloud gaming service called Luna.
You think it's going to be another Stadia? What do you think?
I don't know.
I actually don't think so.
You reckon?
No,
What do you reckon,
I don't think it will. I actually think this will do well.
Yeah, I think it will too. I think Amazon's probably they're not like Google, they're a bit different. There's the controller. So if you're able to see the video, the controller looks like an Xbox controller, just with some slight adjustments to it. If you use their controller, you'll get lower latency through to the Amazon cloud. Now, Amazon are obviously the biggest cloud service provider in the world. So they have the infrastructure there to support this sort of thing. They're going for a subscription model. So it's not like Stadia where you got to buy the games. You'll pay, I think it's $5.99 a month. And they'll have a series of game initially only at 1080p that you'll be able to stream. So I think it's a much smarter move. It's probably the move that Stadia should have done and didn't do. And as a result, I think this will actually do pretty well. And I can see them adding this to Amazon Prime in the future. So you'll have like an Amazon all-in-one.
Exactly.
And you'll get game streaming, you'll get video streaming, you'll get your cheap shipping or free shipping through Amazon all-in-one.
Is this a prophecy that you have there, David?
I think it's almost a certainty. And because like I get Amazon Prime purely for the shipping, and then
Yeah.
the video stuff's a bonus.
Oh, the video stuff's
Yeah.
awesome, man. I actually
and the video
prefer it
stuff's
over
actually
Netflix.
pretty good.
I prefer it over Netflix, to be honest.
Well, I won't go that far, but I'll definitely say there's some series
Nah,
I've
I like
watched.
it.
There's some series I've watched right through
Yeah.
on Prime, so it's definitely worth it. So adding this, if it's another $5, it's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
And it's just they'll have to secure some unique content, I think, to drag people away from some of the other services. But it's definitely looking very positive, and obviously they have their own. The other thing they've got their Amazon Fire Stick, so you could probably play it on there as well. There's a bunch of options that this opens up, so it's almost a no-brainer that they went down this path. And the other thing they mentioned here was they're going to offer channels, so they'll have their channel, but then like Ubisoft will have a channel as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what that entails if you pay more for that channel then or not. So, and yeah, you'll be able to use stream on 2 devices provided you got sufficient bandwidth. So there you go.
That's
Watch this space.
I know, pretty much.
Let's move on to some Nintendo news.
Yeah.
Super Smash Brothers. They had a character reveal. Was this what you were expecting?
Well, I had no idea. My son had a feeling this was going to be it. So
And the reveal was which character was it?
I don't know what his
Mark?
name is. What's his name, Mark? I don't know.
Minecraft Steve rocks the block.
Minecraft Steve. Is it just Steve? It's not any of the other Minecraft characters?
There's another character there.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
like
it's a skin
4.
though, yeah? Oh, there's
Andy
4.
is the
Yeah.
other one. Is it Andy?
There's 4, but it's fucking Minecraft, man. So
Oh.
they all look the same.
They're all the
Sorry,
same, just with some different colors.
Minecraft fans. Alex, you probably
Yeah,
know more
Alex. Sorry. Yeah.
Is Alex a female character?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep.
Okay. Here he is coming
That's
up on screen now.
Steve rocks
Steve
the
rocks
block.
the block.
Mario looks really scared there as well.
I don't know. There's 4. There's
And it's a creeper there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enderman, something like
Enderman
that.
as well. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. I can't remember what the 4th one is. I think it's like a zombie or something.
Oh, so maybe it could just be a zombie, or it could be a zombie villager, or one of the other zombie incarnations.
God, that looks terrible.
That is bizarre, isn't
It's
it?
very bizarre. I they would have got this because Microsoft owns it, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, and it's kind of been rumored for a while,
Yeah.
but it's
I reckon it's cool.
it's one of those things where, like, it's like fans trolling
yeah.
to say we
Yeah.
want this character for Smash, and then it's like Nintendo turned around and said either they didn't get the meme or they just didn't give a shit. They said, "Okay, you want to wish for this shit? Okay, we're going to give it to you."
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a reality. Like, I was
It's so hard
disappointed
to watch this. It's strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fun. Look how creepy this is. She looks in
You
the
know
box.
what? This is going to get a lot, I reckon, kids wanting to buy Smash now because of this. 'Cause it's
Exactly.
that
And this is
popular.
Oh,
why
yeah.
this is why they would have done it.
Yeah.
Like, this is exactly why they would have done it.
They'll play it for a week and then they'll turn it off.
And then they'll turn it
Yeah.
off. Yeah. But, Nintendo won't care because they've got your money.
That's
your
right,
money.
yeah.
It's an interesting choice. It's probably like I don't like Minecraft. I have nothing against it. I've just never played it. Like a lot of people were hoping that it was going to be Crash Bandicoot, because the new Crash game came out today.
Yep.
So that was probably like the most popular request. But on the flip side, it's not a character that I want. But this is a fucking game that's got Simon Belmont's Cloud.
Yeah.
Like, it's got 80 odd characters. If you can't find a character that you want or like in that bunch, then maybe the game's just not for you.
Yeah.
Like this is the ultimate in ultimate crossovers. So you know, we got Terry Bogard for God's sake. Like a lot of the
Yeah.
kids were probably like, "Who the hell is this guy?" You
Yeah.
know. So, look, yeah, it is what it is. There's still 4 more characters to go. Fingers crossed that we'll get some more interesting characters after that. But I mean, the Minecraft kids are happy, so as long as people are happy, then who gives a shit?
It's
Really?
video games, eh?
Yeah.
Let's make
It's
let's make
video,
everyone
exactly.
happy.
Yeah. Like people were salty as hell on Twitter and social media, and it's just like, man, just let people enjoy what they enjoy. You know, as I said, you got literally got 80 characters to choose from. I think you're all right. You'll be
Yeah,
good.
yeah, you'll survive.
Exactly.
You'll live.
Mm.
That's a ballsy move, though. It really
It is. It
Gotta
is.
give it-
I think
Very
it's
ballsy.
good though. I mean, it's synonymous with Smash Brothers to have all these unique and bizarre
Yeah.
characters. So.
Exactly. And it's like this game, by the time it's done, I'll be surprised if they ever do a sequel. They'll just need to just port this to every system from here on out.
And then just
because-
add.
Yeah, because like hey, you can't top this, man. Like
No, you
literally,
Yeah.
they've gone past the point of no return, and there's no going back from here on out.
All right,
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
I know Nintendo watches our podcast, right? So
They do.
Nintendo, do He-Man. If you do He-Man, I'll buy your game. Well, my son's got it ready, but I'll buy it anyway.
You're already done it. Yes.
And another announcement by Nintendo, Kirby, is it Kirby Fighter? I've got Kirby Fights there. Kirby Fighter 2 was released. Now, have you heard of this before, Mark? Because I'd never heard of
I didn't even know
Kirby
it was the
Fighter.
first one.
Yeah, it came. I can't remember what system. If it was it
3DS.
the DS? Maybe. Yeah. I've never played it, but
Is it a
basically-
Smash Brothers type of game?
it is. Yeah, it's
Okay.
very much the same game. It's just Kirby and characters from the Kirby universe. So there you go. If you don't like Minecraft, Steve, go play Kirby Fighters 2. If you like Kirby, if not, then I don't know. Go play
So-
I don't know much about it. All I know is that this was kind of leaked. I think I can't even remember the story. Like it showed up on a ratings board or something like that, and then Nintendo didn't say anything, and then all of a sudden by the end of the day it was, hey, surprise, new Kirby Fighters game. Go give us money and buy it.
Mhm.
And that
And
was
it's
it.
not a full price game, I don't think. It's out in eShop.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's a download. I think it's maybe about $40 Australian
Yeah.
or something like that. So look, it looks fun, and it's bloody Kirby, man. Kirby's
Yeah,
adorable.
Kirby's cool.
Like, look at him in his little wrestling costume.
I love Kirby. I love Kirby. Always have.
Kirby's awesome. I actually can't wait to see what they do with Kirby in Smash Brothers when he sucks up Minecraft Steve. If he's gonna
It's probably spits
Terry-
blocks or something.
Fatal Fury hat and stuff. So
Oh yeah.
curious if he's going to turn into like a little block. Oh, he's going to be so cute.
Sticking with the Nintendo news, this was something you came across, Daz.
Yeah.
More Super Mario 64 ports. Can you
Mate,
tell us a bit about this?
Because mate, when that all right, Mario 64 what was the
Oh,
was
Mario
leaked?
Kart.
sorry?
Oh, the source code.
Source code was leaked. Now it's on everything.
Mhm.
Now you can run it on Android without an emulator. You can even run it on the Dreamcast now. Yeah, and I reckon it looks amazing. I saw a video of it, and from what I saw, it was really clear. So I'd say I'd get a copy, but you know that's naughty. So I'll just watch videos. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know,
You don't want the Nintendo police on you, that's for sure.
no, that's it. You know, I mean,
That's just looking for the right sample.
yeah, I don't know. That was the. Yeah, so there you go. You can run. I couldn't hear that. What was that? I like that. It's great. Yeah, so you can run Mario 64 on your Android now. How's that?
There you go.
Mate, that source code, mate, it's been everywhere. I mean, Wasn't there something else about source code that was released? Did we put it in the news? I don't think we did.
We didn't. No, it was Windows XP
Windows
source code.
XP, yeah,
Yeah.
as well. So I wonder what they're going to do with that.
I don't know. Normally, the only thing they do with that is find, security holes, but
Okay.
because XP is a bit old, it's generally not too much of an issue now. There's still systems that are using it, but not many.
Mm. So there you go.
And the last bit of the regular news. This is just me fanboying Fallout. There is a mod in progress. Oh, it's in development at the moment, and I just came across it. I was really impressed by the quality of this. This is Fallout Miami, so essentially it's the Fallout 4 universe in Miami, obviously. And the trailer for this, if you want to play it, looks super impressive and super professional. I really hope this comes to fruition. They've basically reworked all the assets and everything, so it does look like you're playing a Fallout game in Miami. So there's beaches, there's palm trees, there's all sorts of mutants with sunglasses on, which is cool. And Miami is obviously post-apocalyptic, so there's ruined buildings and things like that. Looks really cool. It's going to have. They've got everything except I don't think they've got voiced actors for this because it just consumes too much time and effort.
What is this? What is this mod for?
It's a mod for Fallout 4.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez,
So, I mean, people are still making mods for Skyrim. There's still Oblivion coming for Skyrim as well and all sorts of things. So, yeah, it just looks really good. Obviously, new weapons, new capabilities and stuff, and still that lovely, terrible physics from the Fallout universe. So, keep your eyes and ears out for that if you are a Fallout fan. I think it'll be a lot of fun to play. There is another one as well, which the name, I've forgotten what the name is, but there's another Fallout mod that's of this sort of size and caliber that's currently in development as well for Fallout 4. So 2 of them coming probably in 2021.
very nice.
So much work people put into this for no money. All right, shall we move on to some retro news? Daz, do you have a retro song for us?
I don't have a retro song. I should, though. Can use this for now. What do you reckon?
It's kind of the wrong era because that feels 90s, where most of our retro stuff is 80s. So, Daz, do you want to kick us off with the first one here? Another World.
This is insane. Absolutely insane. A guy named Eric Majogovic. Sorry, butchered his surname. But he's created another world. He's working on another world for the Commodore 64. It's still buggy and glitchy and stuff, but as you can see from the intro here, it's insane.
It looks amazing.
And it's running off stock hardware. There's no accelerator, nothing.
No, nothing like that. It looks amazing. Like it looks.
It's not meager, but it's not bad at all. It's
for sure.
Yeah, there's some gameplay. Can you go to the gameplay part, Mark? At all? You think?
I sincerely hope that he gets this going fully because, like graphically, it's definitely you can tell it's another world straight off the bat.
It's insane. It's running a bit slow. It does run a bit slow. So I hope that gets fixed. But geez, it's got all the what's it called, the
animation
and the all these intermissions and all that kind of thing. FMV, you could say. Yeah, it's just I can't believe how they're doing this. It amazes me what people are doing on these old computers.
I know with 64K of RAM, actually less than 64K of RAM, they're doing.
It's crazy.
I hope it does come out. These sorts of things just blow my mind.
Especially on stock hardware. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like when they redid Prince of Persia, it runs on stock hardware, but you need a cartridge that has more RAM in it. More space, sorry. So you can't just run it off a floppy disk. You actually have to have a certain flash card or something to run it. So I don't know if this will be that way, but so far, look, it's even shown the end of the game. That's crazy. Gee, so he's really done the whole thing, just fixing it.
Wow.
Wow. That's insane.
So
So
cool.
look out for it. Another world on the C64. Who would have thought?
And more retro news. We had and Mark told me about this one as well when he was the minute he found out about it.
He got excited,
It's a
didn't
game
he?
called he got so excited.
Yeah.
He called me up and he told me, "Hey, Brick Rick is out for the Amstrad." And I said to him, "What's Brick Rick?" And he said, "It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of like
It's Snow Brothers. It's like Snow
Snow
Brothers.
Brothers clone,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It actually plays really well. I did play this, and nice music, nice movement. Joystick and controls were really responsive. You can, so basically you can throw a brick at an enemy. So each level has, say 4 or 5 enemies. You throw a brick at an enemy, it stuns them. You can then kick them, and they'll move across the screen. And if they knock into other enemies, they will also stun those enemies. And basically, you clear the screen to move to the next level. The sound's good. What I like is just the speed. The speed is pretty much spot on for an Amstrad game. The colors are really nice and vibrant.
Are gorgeous.
Yeah. And also there's no sprite flicker or anything like that. So he's done a really, really good job with this. I can't remember who the author of the game was, but yeah, really like it. And later levels, obviously, they get more complicated, and you get different sort of color palettes and stuff. Does it say who it is? There's a mention of Dawn of Colonel there, which was another amazing game. Jay Martinez, that's right, creator of Magica and a couple of other titles. And this is just another one of them. So if you have an Amstrad CPC, check this out. I think it runs on all of them, including the 64K one.
Okay.
So Brick Rick, not the best name, but definitely a really good name.
I reckon I asked Mark for that title. I think, and he suggested the worst title.
Yeah.
Didn't you, Mark?
I hit the wrong button there, but anyway, I'm going to do that.
And to round out the retro
sample battle.
news, to round out the retro news, Daz, Zeta Wing.
Yeah. This came out this week.
1 sec, please. You keep talking, and I'll bring up the video.
Yeah, no.
Cool. Yeah, this came out this week. It's a new Commodore 64 game by Sarah Avery. Now, she also developed Gemini Wing on the Commodore Amiga back in the day. She knows what she's doing. She did this all by herself. Graphics are just amazing. Sound is like, she even did the music. She did everything. It's got parallax scrolling.
Yeah.
It's a great shmup. Now, obviously, people can see it. Yeah. So, well, obviously, if you can't, if you're listening, it's like Gemini Wing, the sequel, you could say. But it's amazingly how smooth it is. It's got 7 levels. It's got bosses on each level.
Nice.
And it's great because what's good is like you pick up power-ups, and every power-up you pick up, your bullets get stronger. So, for example, if you're like kicking ass and you lose a life, you lose 1 level of power. So you don't go back to crap bullets, which a lot of shmups do. And then, so it's just too hard. So I guess that helps out that way. She's just released an update for it so you can save your scores as well. Cool. And she's also got released a cartridge image. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was about $7 Australian to buy this. We'll put the link in the description. Look, support. I always go for, if always support these homebrewers, because this game is quality. This is something that you would pay for full price back in the day.
Yeah, for $7.
For $7, don't be a tight ass. Just buy it. Yeah,
that's amazing. That's so good.
She's releasing another game. I can't remember what it's called. I'm so so ready for this. I'll actually let me just get it because I think she.
Yeah.
deserves-
While you're getting that, Daz, I'm just impressed as well by the color palette
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
she's
that's what I was
managed to
going to say.
produce.
It doesn't look like a C64 game
No, it
because
doesn't.
of that color palette.
Beautiful.
There's no browns and that you normally
Yeah.
get.
Mm.
Okay.
All the enemies are really vibrant and
Oh,
colorful. Your
amazing.
spaceship is too, and the shooting beams are as well. That's beautiful.
Okay, she's an author as well. I mean, she's very talented, and an author of the book Briley Witch. Now, there's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. There's 15 volumes. Or it looks like something like Harry Potter, but she's actually making an RPG about her book.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it looks like kind of like a Zelda overview on the C64 as well. And I think she's doing a PC Steam version as well. I don't know. I can't remember if that's what I read. But her actual C64 version of her book, like I said, she's going to be releasing that soon. And supposedly she's going to be releasing another game as well. So she's keeping busy.
Freaking hell, talented as.
Very, very talented. And yeah, her RPG looks really good. So I mean, it's not the type of game I would play, but I might just buy it just to support her. You know, if it's like
Is it like a dungeon crawler RPG or is it more?
it looks like Zelda.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know much about it. So I'll forward you. I'll forward you later after the show. Here we go. I found it here actually. Whoops.
I'm super impressed.
I don't know if you can just show this, Mark. It might be worth
Sure.
showing. Geez, Twitter. Okay, here we copy the link. I'll PM you, Mark.
And did you play this, Daz, on actual hardware?
Yeah. I
Beta
actually
Wing?
put on actual hardware just before we jumped on, actually, and it plays really well.
Do you know if it works on the C64 and
Yes,
the
it does.
C64 Mini?
It's made to
Oh,
work
wow.
on that too. Yeah.
Excellent.
There we go. I've sent the link to our chat, so I don't know if you wanted to chuck that.
Oh, that is very Zelda-like. That'd
Yeah.
be right up my alley.
It looks really, really pretty. And even the colors, again, I don't know
Yeah.
how she's done that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I keep getting sound there. But anyway, I don't know if you want to show it or we'll just go to the next thing.
Sorry,
Oh.
I thought I was sharing my
Oh,
screen.
there we go.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Really,
These
really
are
good
the
looking.
games I would dream of, like, making myself
Yeah.
if I had talent.
Yeah. I suppose it's not finished yet, so but it looks finished to me.
Maybe she's got more quests and things to put in
Yeah.
there. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's it for the retro stuff.
And let's finish off with a little bit of a funny.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it's playing the music.
Sorry about that.
Mark, did you want to tell us about what you came across in Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Yes. Hang on. Give me a moment.
There you go.
I love being prepared. It's awesome. I thought we were done.
Keys of Game says, nice parallax.
Yeah.
And RT My D2 Ryan says, that's scrolling though. XXX.
Mm.
Where are we? There we go.
Mark's getting there. Yeah, look, I'm impressed, man. That's very impressive.
Oh, Tags has joined us. Hey, Tags.
Hey, Tag.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Tag, by the way. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not a snob. I love this game. This is a game that just keeps on giving. Flight Simulator, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the massive monolith spire that showed up in Melbourne because someone made a typing error in OpenStreetMaps.
Oh, I've got to watch the stream yet. Okay.
This one is a massive chasm that has, I don't even know whereabouts it is. It's in Brazil. I'll bring up the video.
We can see a little bit of the video now.
Wow.
It
So that's a
refuses-
glitch, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funniest thing though is that at the bottom of this chasm there's an airport for some reason. So people have been just flying down.
It looks deep too. How deep does it go?
Massive. Um, so there it is. You can kind of see it, and then he's just got stuck.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know if they know why or how this has happened, but if you're playing Flight Simulator, yeah, head over to Brazil. I'll include a link in the show notes as well, and see if you can find it before they patch it out, because it's just hilarious.
Yeah, these are the things you look for. They've been doing lots of updates. Actually, they did an
Yeah.
update to Japan.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
city-
They just announced that last week at Tokyo Game Show.
Mm,
Yeah, geez, it looks nice too. Looks so pretty.
yeah. This is the thing with Flight Sim. It's like a 10-year game. So
Yeah.
it just keeps growing as time
Is
goes
this
on.
coming to Series X?
Oh, no doubt it will be, because it's on Game Pass. So
Game Pass,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
So do you have to know how to fly a plane, or is it just take off like an arcade and you just fly?
there's different options. So you can do the full blown, where you do know how to have to know
Yeah.
how to fly a plane. It's like everything imaginable, or you can
Yeah.
do the easy mode where it's not difficult.
Which
And
probably
that's the mode I chose.
That's probably what everyone does. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if you do the full blown manual mode, you've got to account for everything. It's pretty amazing the level of detail they've put in.
Is that still popular on Twitch, Mark?
No.
No.
Games on Twitch generally are one and done. Like over in a couple of days.
Oh, okay.
At the moment, like the big thing on Twitch is Among Us.
Among Us, yeah.
Yeah.
And that Genshin Impact that I was talking about earlier has been super
Okay.
popular as well. But then again, that'll fade off. But Among Us seems to be here to stay, so that's good, because that game is funny in itself.
Everyone plays it. My whole family plays it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my son plays as well.
Yeah.
Non-stop. So good. It's funny, but yeah, no, it's had its time. I mean, I'm sure if you go on there, you'll probably find maybe a couple of streamers, but
Yeah.
it's not like the most played game or anything like that anymore.
Cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
All right, we're done.
Done diddly done.
Shout outs. Who's down?
Poor Dave.
I know, Dave.
I hate that one in particular, but anyway.
Oh, really?
Well, it's the
Yeah.
best.
Shouldn't have
It's
said
the
that, Dave.
best.
I don't know. Just
See, but Mark's got it now.
Even this time. Poor bastard.
it's all right.
All right. Shout outs. Go, you guys do shout outs if you want.
I don't have any, but
Yeah, no.
Mark, do you have any shout outs?
Sure. Yeah. Look, as always, everyone that listens in, tunes into the podcast. Yeah, it just seems to do better and better with each episode, which is great. Thanks to all the dudes that are watching us at the moment.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
make
Appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. We appreciate it. Always a laugh. Yeah, continue enjoying Daz's ASMR.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Like, again, we really do appreciate it. Whenever you launch a podcast, you never know how it's going to do. And we've done way better than we could have ever expected to do. So yeah, we really do appreciate it.
Yeah, our Podbean downloads have been great. So thanks.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for that. Shout outs for me. Shout out to everyone again that listens in. I'll talk quickly about my other podcasts. Arcade
Yes.
Perfect podcast with Mr. Sean Tagster. Our next game we'll be reviewing is Game Ground, one of my personal favourites, and one of Sean Tag's personal hatreds. He hates it. So anyway, hopefully he likes it now that he's played different versions of it. So.
Were you going to do 2 games, or was it just
We
the one?
were going to do Virtual Racing and Game Ground in one episode, but there was enough ports for each, we thought.
Okay.
And there was no point doing like a 2-hour episode, so we split them up in the end. So
Nice.
Yep, and my other podcast with Matt Corley has dropped that stylus. That's doing significantly well. Again, thanks for the support for the guys that have been listening and downloading that. Our Talk episodes has gone through the roof. It's become very popular. Our latest one was Dream Theater, Images and Words. It's doing pretty good too. And our next episode records next week, and we will be covering something very left field. Matthew Corley wasn't too excited about it at the start, but I think he's grown on this album. It's Lana Del Rey's Born to Die album. So it's something a lot newer, 2012. So it's a bit new for us oldies. So I personally love the album. I think it's great. Very dark. So yeah.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Alrighty. I think that's it.
With that,
We will say goodbye, and we will be back in a couple of weeks with another bunch of news and adventures. So to everyone out there, thank you for listening, and we'll see you soon. Ta-ta.
adios.
Yes.
Bye.
That's what I said.